guys, today I'm going to do my spring and Boston book haul. I feel really cool in my Fall Out Boy merch, even though I'm way too warm in it. Actually, I don't feel cool, I'm too hot, but it's comfy and I just got it and I love it. As you can tell from the title, I went to America for 2 weeks and I actually didn't buy that many books. I really wanted to, like I planned a whole book outlet order that had like 10 books in, but it was going to take ages to come, so I didn't want to risk it not coming in time before I left Boston, like the Fall Out Boy merch did. That had to be delivered to the UK because it didn't come in time like it said it was going to. But anyway, I bought a lot of books recently. Like, this isn't even all my recent book. I'm going to do a whole separate book haul because I went to the Hay Literature Festival and obviously I bought quite a few books there, but I also want to do a whole video kind of talking about my experience there. But anyway, these are basically books I've bought in the past like 2 months. Some of them from Boston, but most of them not. I'll talk about the Boston ones first. So it was super exciting for me to go to Barnes & Noble. I'm still thinking of doing like a thoughts from places type vlog from Boston. I did actually take quite a lot of footage, but I never said anything, so I need to like narrate over the top of it. But here's a clip of me going to Barnes & Noble for the first time. I was super excited, but there's not actually that many books that like you can't get over here, and I tried not to get duplicate copies of things I already, well, I didn't do that very well. I tried not to get too many books because I had like suitcase size and weight limit to think about. I just tried to be sensible. I think I did really well. I only got 4 books. I went to Barnes & Noble twice. On the first trip I picked up Catcher in the Rye because this is like the really nice American cover that you never see in the UK. And I thought it was a really nice book to buy my first trip to America because it's like one of the great American classics and I really love it. My copy is not particularly nice and I just love this cover. It's making me really want to reread it. I love American books because they have this like floppy paperback to them. I don't like the scratchy material you get. It doesn't feel like as nice quality, but I'm just really happy that I have this really pretty edition of one of my favourite books. This one I didn't need to get. It's Paper Towns by John Green, which is one of my all-time favourite books. It's my favourite John Green book, and yeah, the cover is the same as my UK one. It's not even a different cover. I just got excited at the thought of getting like an American copy of, again, like my favourite American author, and it's a little bit different, and I got excited. This book makes a bit more sense. I got Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. This series has always seemed really interesting, but it wasn't published in the UK for a while. Now it is. The covers are really ugly. I hate them. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay, I don't love this cover, but I definitely much prefer it to the UK one. And again, it's like nice floppy paperback, which I just really like. I would prefer all paperbacks to be like this. It just makes me more motivated to read them in a weird way. But yeah, I'm not explaining any of these books. I kind of have too many to talk about. Plus I feel like you know what they're all about. Like, I don't need to explain what Catcher in the Rye is. This is to do with witches that tell the truth, I think. The last book I also didn't need to get, but isn't that just the story of this whole book haul? I bought A Couldn't Ring a Light by V.E. Schwab because I haven't read this book yet. I really love A Dark Shade of Magic. It's one of my favourite trilogies, even though I haven't read this one yet. I just really love V.E. Schwab's writing, and I've always loved these covers. I much prefer them over the UK covers, and because I haven't read this third book yet, I thought it would be nice to buy this, like, again, nice floppy edition and actually read this version of it. And I would like to get the whole paperback set in the US covers, which I'll probably do slowly over like Book Depository or something, because I just think they're so nice. Like, I just really prefer them. Right, so that was a really small Boston book haul part of the video. Now I have like 10 more books to get through, so this is either going to be a long video or I'm not going to explain any of them, or both. The first one I featured in my June TBR, and that's Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. I haven't seen anyone talk about this book, but it's basically like a Scooby-Doo mystery book, like you can tell from the title and the picture. It's like a group of kids were like solved a mystery when they were younger, and now they're grown up, or they're like young adults, I think, and one of them's gone missing or is dead, something like that. It just seems really cool. I'm hopefully going to read this really soon because I just think, I know, I'm really excited by it. I picked up Fools and Mortals by Bernard Cornwell, which is a really random one. Like, Bernard Cornwell writes all these history books I don't care about, that my dad and my granddad read all the time. But this one's about Shakespeare, like it's set in Elizabethan London. Young Richard Shakespeare dreams of glittering career in the London playhouse, a world dominated by his older brother William. Like, I just love Shakespeare stuff. I love like that period of history in general because I studied it a lot. and it was like £3 on Amazon, so I was like, yeah, I'll get it. I also picked up Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. It's one of his books I don't actually already own, but I do have his new book, Notes on a Nervous Planet, pre-ordered, which is kind of like a companion to this book. It's a similar sort of like non-fiction advice type book about mental health, so I thought it would be good to buy and read this one first, because they kind of go as a pair and it seemed weird to not read this one first. I visited my friends at Bedworth Book Hut, which I mentioned quite a lot, but if you live in Warwickshire, go and see them because they're delightful people, and they have really great offers on books. I took them some that I wasn't going to read, that I wanted to kind of unhaul, and they gave me a good deal on some books. This one is actually pre-owned, it says pre-loved on it, but it's basically like brand new. Manifesto on How to Be Interesting by Holly Bourne. I believe this is the second book to the like Am I Normal Yet trilogy, or the Spinster Club series or something. I have Am I Normal Yet, and I'm hoping to read it this summer. It seems like quite a summery read. I haven't got around to it yet, so I just thought it made sense to pick up the second book on offer. I don't even know if this is the second book though, to be fair, but again, I want to read Holly Bourne's books. I also picked up The Fever Code by James Dashner because I hated the prequel, The Kill Order, but this seems like a lot better because it's actually about the characters that you care about. Amy's read it and she didn't like love it, but she did like it, and again, it was on offer and I would like to read it one day, so it can go with my nice set up there because it matches. I'm really not describing these books, am I? This is part of the Maze Runner trilogy, that's what I was trying to say. It's a prequel to the Maze Runner trilogy. Then I have a mini feminist book haul because it just happened. I was in Foyles in Birmingham and I picked up a few of the books that are nominated for the Bailey's Women's Prize for Fiction. I think some of them now haven't made the shortlist, they're on the long list, but these are the ones that just kind of jumped out to me. When I Hit You, which is by Mina Kandasamy. I'm so sorry, I'm really bad at names. I butchered that. I will make sure I look it up next time I try and say it. But yeah, obviously this has a really striking title of When I Hit You, and it is actually about domestic violence, which is a topic I've never read about, and it's obviously like a really difficult subject, but I don't know, I just kind of wanted to read about it, not in like a morbid curiosity kind of way, just because it feels important and it's something I should educate myself on, because a lot of women definitely go, and men go through it. This is about a man who abuses his wife, I believe, but yeah, it's just nominated for the book prize as well, so hopefully it's really well written. This will be a interesting read. Then part of that buy one get one half price, I also picked up The Idiot by Elif Batuman. This again is nominated for the Women's Prize for Fiction. I don't know too much what it's about. It seems like it's focusing around like education and university, which I always really like reading about a girl who goes to Harvard and she's kind of like trying to make friends, and it's saying the heroine is like clever and clueless, and I don't know if this is going to be like hard hitting or quite a light book, but again, it just intrigued me. And then I got this gorgeous copy of The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill, which is actually signed. It has a signed book plate in the front, which is really nice. The signature's kind of crap though. But yeah, this is a reimagining of The Little Mermaid with a feminist twist. I think it's a reimagining of like the original story as well, like not the Disney version. But yeah, it was just beautiful as well. Honestly, I just want to get it in hardback because it just is one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen. I picked up Reservoir 13 by John Mcgregor because I've had my eye on this. Like, I keep picking it up in Waterstones, putting it down, like kind of wanting it. I just decided to finally get it. I have one of his other books called If Nobody Speaks of Remarkable Things, which I haven't read because I'm trash. But this one seems really interesting. I think it's kind of a mystery. There's a missing girl and a big lake in like a small village. It kind of sounds like Broadchurch or something like that, which I love. And I've just heard it's really well written. So yeah, hopefully I enjoy this. I finally jumped on the hype train and bought Children of Blood and Bone. Everyone has been talking about this book in the past like couple of months, and I didn't grab it at first because I didn't want to jump on the hype and then not read it, because I wasn't like initially super excited for it. I didn't want to buy it just because people were hyped. But honestly, everyone's reviews are just so amazing. I feel like it's going to be a bit like The Hate U Give or something, where I put it off because it's too hyped up and I don't want to be that person that doesn't like it, but then when I finally read it, I'm going to love it. I know that Amy's hoping to read this month as well, so hopefully when she tells me a little bit more about what she thinks, that will also encourage me to pick it up soon. But this was on £2 for £7 on Amazon, so I thought I may as well pick it up. The last book I got really recently, and it's the end of this humongous spring Boston book haul thing. I bought way too many. But this one I actually have pre-ordered. Now it's Eve of Man by Giovanni and Tom Fletcher. I love these people. I love both of their YouTube channels. I love all the work that they do. They're a gorgeous couple and they have a lovely family. And I was just very intrigued. I mean, partly I pre-ordered it because I could get a signed copy. Where the heck is it? Yeah, you can just about see that that says like Giovanni and a heart and then Tom. I'm just really intrigued to see how this turns out. I know it's the start of a trilogy. Ooh. Oh, look how pretty that is. For once, I hadn't looked at the bare hardcover, which I always do. But I just realised the white symbol wasn't printed on the front. Anyway, you might have heard of this. There's been a lot of hype. It's like, no women have been born for ages. And the first girl born in 50 years. And they call her Eve. And I think it's like a dystopian trilogy. And I just want to see how it turns out. If I don't like it, I won't carry on with the trilogy. But it just sounded like a really cool concept, like a dystopian with a little bit more originality to it. Here are some of the books that I just showed off in my book haul. I'm not holding all of them because there's too many. It would like fill all the way across here, and I'm just really bad at holding big groups of books up for the camera. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. Let me know if you want any more information about any of these books, like where I got them from, or like what they're actually about, or the authors. I know some of the answers to some of those questions. Yeah. Bought too many, probably not going to read them most for ages, need to stop. Gonna go on a book buying ban. I've said that before, but this time, like, I'm going on holiday, I don't need to spend money on books, I don't need more books, I'm not like reading them quick enough. I just need to stop, and I have too many books on my shelves. So hopefully, well, you will see another book haul from me because I have my Hay Festival book haul discussion video to go up, but hopefully you won't see a book haul video from me for a while because this is a problem. I'm gonna go watch Bake Off because I'm hungry and I'm tired, and that's what I do in my Tuesday evenings. Let me know down below if you read any of these books and what you think of them, which ones I should read first. I might listen to you, who knows. I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.